Hello there. Just get this organized here. Okay, there we go. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and joining me on this fine Wednesday evening. I don't know about you, but I feel rather tired. So we'll see how this goes. Got some tea. And I was going to pull up the picture that I was going to use. Oops. Make that its own thing. Okay. So we are starting a new painting. I am starting a new painting. And you guys get to watch if that's what you're tuning in for. So thank you. And as you can see, I have relatively large, not as large as the last one I did. Than that. And I've painted it red. So I've got sort of a dark red, sort of a poppy red, this type of color. So two different reds, really kind of painterly, messy, but the whole thing's just painted that color. And my vision is I want to do a winter scene. So foresty, covered with snow type of scene. And so I went with the dark red versus an orange because the dark red is complementary to the dark green of the pine trees. So that's kind of my vision, so to speak. So let me see if I can. I'm using one of my siblings' photos again. Shout out to my sister Amy, who took this photo of what I'm going to paint. So we're just going to kind of wing it. And it's actually going to be probably a lot simpler than the other ones, especially that last one I painted was pretty complicated. So this should be a little bit simpler than that, I'm hoping. And I think, and I always, well, I know this for a fact, for that style that I've been doing, this style I've been doing, I mostly start with the darks and work to the lights from there. And I think I'm going to do the same exact thing today. So I'm going to kind of mark where the trees are going to go. So I get to make a nice dark green color. So we're going with the ultramarine blue, which is the blue purple kind of blue, not the blue green. I'll use a little bit of the blue green. I tend to have both out, but the blue purple or ultramarine makes some cooler greens sometimes. Oh wait, this is the same thing. We want the phthalo blue, the blue green. And if you're working on anything at home while you watch me, or if not, just on your own time, I'd love to know what you're working on. So you can stick it in the comments if you'd like. Okay, yellow. I'm probably going to want a little purple. And I'm going to go for the bigger brush today. And I want to go a little bigger so I can have a little bit more gloppy texture. So let's give it a try. Just gonna go at it and see what happens here because I have no idea. And color is always gonna look different on top of this base color, especially green. Green and red are opposite, so. Okay, I need to make this picture a little bit smaller so I can get an overall view of what we're looking at here. Oh, that doesn't help me. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So there's this opening in. Is it okay if I sit here? Can you guys still see it? I'm not blocking. There's an opening in the sky, like here. And middle of the canvas, a little bit below middle. So down in here, it's going to be the farthest point. And then from there, my mic, you guys can hear me if I face this way. And then from there down to about a third, a little less than a third here. Okay, cool. That gives me an idea. So I'm going to block in some of this. And again, like my other paintings, I kind of leave some of the red showing through. Oh, gotta have the tea accessible. Cannot paint without tea, personally. So there you go. All right. Now, I have done some Bob Ross paintings. Now, you can be the judge of whether or not these are Bob Ross trees. But I'm going to just put in something in the eye. Oh. I'm just going to put in some tree shapes here. And I like to go for sort of a painterly look for these. I did actually intentionally put a little texture on here when I covered an old painting that I didn't like and whatnot. So it has a little gesso, a little bit of white paint, and I put a little bit of, actually no, that's the gesso. I think that I left some texture. So that's kind of fun because then it kind of adds to the effect. Okay, tree number 1, down. I'm gonna get a little white out because now that I think of it, trees farther away are going to be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to have a little bit of white ready to kind of dig into. And actually, now that I'm thinking of it, there is a little bit of this sort of blue-gray in the distance. It's like a foresty thing in the background. So I'm going to put that in there. It kind of peeks through in a few spots. And it's a little scary going with full red background because it can be a little hard to cover up. but I think it's working okay, and I'm liking the little red pieces that are shining through. Okay. All right, then we're gonna go back to our dark green. We're gonna go to the next tree. There is a tree that's gonna come to about here, I think, in height. It's gonna come down. This way. It's not very like wide per se. I'm just gonna kind of come down, kind of put in a little bit of that. I gotta make sure that I'm getting these sort of straight. This one ended up a little crooked, but I think we can fix it. There's kind of like a dead tree in there too. You know, little things you can put in. I was kind of on a winter kick here. I just wanted to do something different. And it snowed here in Colorado this week, quite a bit actually. So it's kind of like, yeah, gotta do something wintry. Feeling it. Okay, I'm liking this color as a good base, but I'm gonna definitely go in and add some darks and add some, obviously snow will happen later. Okay, then there's this big guy here. Let's see, I'm gonna move you like this so you can see that a little better. So I'm not in your way. And then this is going to be pretty high. It comes up to about here. Yeah, and then it comes down this way. Might as well draw the whole thing so I kind of have a place to go. And then this one's got a little bit more character to it. It's got kind of a lump on one side. So I don't know about you guys, but because of the snow, and I think just because the year is so weird, I'm like ready for Christmas. And let me tell you, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my gosh, let's have Christmas like 3 months early. I'm not one of those people. So this is definitely weird for me. I'm not playing Christmas music. I'm not one of those people. I do not play Christmas music before Thanksgiving. But I will say that I have been really excited for Christmas and the holiday season, and I'm pretty thrilled. So, and it's okay if you're not, but I was definitely feeling it. And so this picture is just taking me into that time of year, and it's really enjoyable. So. Hi, Daniel. We want Tobias. Yeah, sorry. He needs to sleep and he's not sleeping. He's been kind of a turd about that in the last few hours, so I'm getting my time away from Tobias so I can paint, but maybe next time. I'm sorry about the music. I know you're listening to Christmas music before. Did you always do that? Did you always listen to Christmas music before Thanksgiving, like personally for yourself? Because I can't understand it. I get so sick of Christmas music as it is, and so if I were to listen to it sooner and longer, I would be like really done. Okay, I need a little bit more of the blue green. Yep, I was like, wait, did I do the right one? I need more yellow too. Sorry, I'm going through some paint here. Now you know what to get me for Christmas. No, actually don't. I don't have people buy me art supplies normally because it needs to be the right stuff. And if you tell someone to go buy you something, it's like you either have to give them the exact link to it, or just go buy it yourself and ask for money. This is the best way to do it. Okay, so I got those trees in there. Let's see. We've got this over here. And then there's like another one here. You gotta make the sound effects. And then we're gonna kind of bring down the classic Bob Ross tree. No, the way he does it is actually very, very, very helpful. I mean, I'm not doing exactly like him. He uses the like fan brush, I think, to get like these perfect little. I'm trying to mess mine up a little bit more, but it's a similar idea where you're coming down slowly, working skinnier and getting fatter as you go down, that type of thing. I still want to work tree at a time because even though when I get down into here, there's like a bunch of them, I want them to look like individual trees that I painted. Okay, this one's going behind this other tree. It's a little hard to tell what's happening here. Let's go back over here. So this one, I'm gonna have this one go off the edge, I think. All the way down. I never know whether to play music during a live stream or not, because you guys would be hearing it like secondhand, like through a speaker, and I'm like, it probably would sound awful. So I normally play or paint to music, but during live streams I tend to, I kind of like the quiet anyway. But I tend to not. I think I did once and it was like okay, but so if you have an opinion on that, let me know and I can try it out again if I need to. If you think my videos are really dull without it. I'm just kidding. Okay, you seeing it? It's coming. It's coming. And I've been waiting all like week to paint this, so I'm kind of thrilled that I get this time to do this. So let's see if I can actually make it, come to life. All right, then we've got some big ones over here. There's gonna be a bigger trunk here. So, is anyone out there on TikTok? Does anyone know exactly what's happening with TikTok? And if so, do you think I should join TikTok or not? I was talking to my brother today about it, and we thought maybe it'd be beneficial for me to have a Fragile Glory Impressions account on TikTok. But if you know more about what's being said about TikTok, what's happening, like I'd love to be more informed about that before I make this decision. But or you can give your opinion about TikTok in general. I'd be curious what you think. Okay, let's see. I feel like I just recently heard about TikTok from students last semester. They were like talking about TikTok, and I'm like, what the heck is TikTok? Like, I had to ask them, and it made me feel so old. I'm like, I'm not even that old. And I was feeling left out and old. It was awful. It was awful. But then they explained it to me so carefully and lovingly, and I was like, okay. But man, it was probably the first time that I felt like kind of old compared to like, I think you hit a point where that just hits. I don't know. It happened to me. Okay, I'm kind of putting in things that I think are farther away trees, like maybe between the trees that are closer, because I want to work on the next layer of trees, but they're going to be slightly darker. And I know this probably looks really dark to you already, but in this lighting, they're a little bit sort of a gray blue, which is perfect. So we're going to work with that. But I need to get kind of a base down of some of that, so. Okay. I think I'm happy with that for now. So I'm going to have to get out. Well, I think. Let's see. I'm going to have to get out the red, which I know seems ironic because there's red on the paper or canvas. But when you mix red and green together, you get quite a dark color. And actually, I don't know if I don't have my black here with me right now. In case you don't know, I don't use black very often because it can flatten your color too much if you're working with lots of colors and stuff. So I'm going to see if I can go dark enough. I need this blue-green. Hey, Audrey. Yay. Thanks for joining. I'm sorry I miss your Drawloweens every Sunday. I just I can't get on Sunday for some reason, so I'm sorry for not tuning in and saying hi while you were working on your stuff. But I hope it went well. Okay, I don't know if this is darker or what. What did I make? Oh, you know what I'm missing? Yellow. A little more yellow. Oh. I got it on the carpet. Shh. Don't tell my husband. Or you can just tell him that I need a studio really quick so that I don't get paint everywhere. I'm just kidding. Crap. Ooh, and it's blue. Well, guys, I'm going to have to get out the stain remover after this. I'm going to really just soak it for the moment so it stays wet. Okay. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Did I mention that I was a clean artist? I'm not anymore, I guess. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is a big... Okay, no, wait. Let's do this one. This one that I started on in the other color is actually closer to us. So I'm going to kind of bring this guy down. Oh, that is darker. So I think we'll be okay. And this tree, let's just mark how far it comes down, because do you think I'm gonna know that as I come down? No. So we're gonna mark it right there. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this guy all the way down. Again, thinking kind of the direction of these branches. I think pine trees are probably the easiest to paint, in my opinion. They've just got this simple shape. They tend to be pretty similar from tree to tree. Obviously, you can, as long as you follow kind of similar guidelines with your brush strokes and stuff, you can get a very similar tree. Let's see. When we come down into here, we're going to get kind of a little bit of... it goes into the next tree there, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Leaving enough red showing through. And then this side. Yeah. I don't know, something like that. Do I know what I'm doing? No, most of the time I don't. Surprise? I don't know. Okay. Then I don't really know what color I have here, but it's definitely darker than the other color. So that's what we want. We're going to come down here now. We're going to bring a real big trunk and put in a big tree right there. And this one actually does come all the way down. There might be another one behind it, but I'm not going to like worry about, what I'm actually looking at here. Just want to paint what I see and what I think is going to be important for the picture. Kind of on top of that tree there. A little bit more solid in here. Just kind of working my way down. We're going to kind of overlap this guy, which is why we put some of that down, because we knew we were going to overlap. Sorry, we have an old house and the water is running, I guess, and so it's kind of squeaky. It's not like demonic screams in the background or anything. Oh. I don't know if you can hear it. Maybe you're just like, what is she talking about? It's okay. If you don't hear it, that's awesome. Rather you didn't. Okay, there's a really big, I don't know if it's a different tree. We've got another trunk back in here. We'll just add it and make it really dark kind of in this spot. And I'll probably have to get out my black sometime to, kind of fill that in. But for now, we just want a tree. Doesn't matter. Letting the red kind of peek through. Okay. Pretty happy with that. And you probably can't tell the difference with it. It is a little bit darker than the tree color I did before, but so we'll give this a try here. Yes. The pipes are just trying to say hi. Yes, I guess they are. They're wanting attention from you guys, apparently. Okay. I think this is a short little tree. Oh, we might have another one kind of in here. It's going to be coming down this way. Put that in here. And you might, again, not be able to see that very well, but we're just putting it down, and then we're going to see what happens. And I'm running out of paint. Surprise, surprise. As it's drying, it actually does have a very different color, which is good, than the first green. I almost wish that other green was just a little bit lighter, but I can always go in later and do that. And I can find out other ways to enhance that if I need to. Red and green. together. Make brown. Which is true. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Maybe it's okay. Maybe okay. It's a lot darker, so it's bluer though too, purpley, which I think is okay. Okay. Good question, Audrey. She's asking what photos I use or where do I get my photos that I use for reference. I usually work from my own because I think it's best. So I do take a lot of photos. Like when I'm out and about, I take a lot. And I'm one of those people that my phone fills up all the time. So I've got photo after photo after photo, and I've got tons of photos from like years and years ago, like different trips I went to. So if I want a specific thing, I can pretty much find it in what I want. If not, I'll go to like my siblings are kind of photographers. They like taking pictures and they're really good at it. Pretty much all four of them. So I sometimes like stalk their Instagram accounts and ask them, hey, can I paint this? Hey, can I paint this? And I get a lot of photos from them or other friends that have let me paint things. If I'm desperate and I can't find anything from photos of people or myself, from people or myself, I will look on the internet and I'll like try to compile from a few different pictures what I want to paint, so I'm not like copying a photo. So that tends to be what I do. I think I took a class once where the teacher referred us to a website that you could get like, I think it was free as long as you credited the artist or the photographer in some way. I don't remember how. And I do not remember the site for that at all. Or maybe it was a subscription site where you had to have a subscription, but then every photo from that you took off of there was free. So I don't know, but that's what I do. Is I try to work for my own photos as much as possible. And it just honestly feels more like my own when I do that. Obviously, there's a lot of truth to that anyway. You don't want to be copying a photograph that someone else took like exactly. I don't know what the rule is now. Is it 20% you need to change, or is it more than, I don't know. But in school, they would say, you can take a photo, but you have to change like 20% of it for it to be considered yours. But I feel like that rule has changed, so I don't really know exactly. So I just try to avoid it as much as possible so I don't run into that issue. But sometimes I do have to use some internet photos just to compile or get ideas from, or whatever. So hopefully that answers your question. But I think there are some subscription sites that you can definitely look into. I just don't know of them, like names or anything right now. So actually in this painting, I think it's my mom is cross-country skiing this direction towards the horizon. And I think I'm definitely going to put the figure in there. We'll see as I go along. Yeah, I totally get it, Audrey. It is like kind of a fine line, I think. So it can be kind of hard to know like what you can use, what you can't use, that type of thing. I've just tried to get into the habit for myself to like try to use as much of my own photo reference as possible. And honestly, you know, if you're taking your own photos and then painting from them, you know, you're painting from your own experience. Whereas if you're taking a photo from something else, not all the time, but you know, it's like, oh, but you weren't there, you know, you didn't experience it the same way. Depends on what you're looking for, obviously. And I feel like for me personally with my art, which it tends to be nature scenes and stuff like that, I find it really beneficial and more meaningful to me, not so much other people, because they could care less if it's, you know, my actual photograph. Couldn't care less, sorry. But it's something, yeah, just kind of meaningful to me that's like, oh, I was there. I took that photo. I took the photo that I painted from, you know, and then you interpret it again in your own way, which I think is kind of cool. So I always try to take photos when I can. I'm like not organized by any means. So it's not like I categorize things like these are all the cloud pictures I've ever taken. These are all the, you know, landscape pictures I've ever taken. These are all the flowers I've taken. It's like, no, I don't. I just have like this mess of photos from like every year of my life that like it's a mess to go through. Like I get stuck just looking through memories when I'm trying to find like actually I did that for this when I was trying to find a winter scene. I'm like, I have not taken a winter picture of what I'm thinking in my head. Like I just haven't. But I know that I've been in an environment like that, and I know my siblings have taken pictures, so I stalked their Instagrams for this. Let's see her. Get kind of lost in the trees here. What's happening? I'll just put another tree here, another tree here. Yes, exactly, Audrey. It's like trying to clean the garage and getting stuck in memories and not cleaning. That's exactly it. I'll spend hours trying to find the one picture of the specific thing. And sometimes I like have the exact photo in my head. I'm like, I took this. I don't remember where, when, why, but I want it. Which would help if I was more organized, right? But I'm not. Okay, this is a mess of just like dark back in here, so I'm just gonna kind of. I'm running out of paint though. Make this again. Okay, well, here we go. Phthalo blue. and yellow. Now I want you guys to stick around because I want to try and put the sky in. I think that's what I'm going to do next. Sky, maybe the snow on the ground, which I know you can't see that far down, so I can tip you down a little bit to see that. But oh, and also while you're here, next week, I'm going to do my live stream on a Friday night instead of a Wednesday night. So November 6th, next Friday, is the 52nd week of doing a live stream, which means I've done a live stream every week for a year, which is super, super, super exciting. If I look back to like when I started trying to like keep going, you know, keep the motivation, I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to really keep this up like week after week? And so far I have, and I even had a baby. No, but I want to celebrate. So I'm going to be doing some art to give away, and I will be doing some other giveaways of different things, some cards of mine, and a book that I really like. So I hope you guys can tune in. It'll be longer time frame, Friday night, next Friday night from like 7 to 9. So hope you can tune in. Did I go all the way up? I didn't. So I'm going to bring that in here. See kind of the tops of the trees. Okay. I think the trees are in, guys. I think we've got trees. So, before I go into the sky, let me just put a little bit dark at kind of the base of this here so it draws you in a little more. Okay, rinsing off the brush. I haven't rinsed off the brush yet. Here we go. We're going to paint in the sky. I'm super excited. So we've got some clouds, we've got some blue sky. I use my paper. Oh, actually the little spot in the carpet doesn't look too bad. Oh my, oops. I'm going to kind of keep it wet though, because I want to use stain remover on it. Okay. Sky. Blue. Actually, it's more of a blue-green, so back to our blue-green. My palette's kind of a mess right now. And we're going to get a little bit of... The clouds have sort of a grayness to them in the distance, like down in here. So I want to get kind of a gray. Color, and I might as well use this kind of magenta because why not? Looks cool. And then we got some yellow, a little bit of yellow. We got some white. I got leftover of this color, which will make a good gray. So we're gonna try this, people. Okay, what are we doing? Let's see. Let's try. Okay, it's kind of a weird color, but it's something. It's something. Okay, let's just give this a try. So I'm gonna come in here and we're gonna start at the base and work up. So I'm gonna start with, oh my gosh, sorry, I got hair. Just I'm shedding like crazy. After you have a baby, you kind of go through some shedding, major shedding. So that's not fun. But now, as I'm putting this in, I'm thinking of even more of the edges of the trees to kind of pull in. Holes in the trees that are showing, whatever. I just want to kind of get a little bit more of that happening back in here. And it doesn't have to be crazy detailed because it's, again, farther away. So I'm going to kind of blend it, let it kind of just sort of suggest it a little bit in there. A little bit back in here. I'm going to blend, give myself a little fuzzy sky spaces. Yeah. Yes, we want it to be kind of, ooh, yeah, kind of whimsical, kind of chilly looking back there. Yep. Okay, then as I go up, I want to lighten it. Oops, too light. Into a cloud color. Sky. Well, no clouds. The clouds are white in this picture. Really wintry, really wintry. That's what we're going for. Yes. Did I mention in my other ones that like the sky is like one of my favorite things to do? So let me say it again. The sky is one of my favorite things to do in this style because you're just filling in the negative space. You're kind of covering whatever color you have in the background up a little bit more. Still leaving little peaks of it here and there, but not going too crazy. Okay. Now, when I get up to here, it gets a little whiter. Do I want to go that white? To the side. Yeah, I think I can. I think it's white up in here as well. It's kind of mixing with things on my brush, which is kind of fun and good. Want that to happen. Just kind of letting it, again, peek through parts of the tree. And then we're going to come up to here a little bit. Kind of going for a little fuzzier. Okay, now, so that's the cloud. I should do the sky maybe. I should have brought more paper towel with me here, but oh well. So I know you can't see that like super well, but we're gonna bring the sky coming up. I could bring you in a little bit. Then let's see here. We want to make sort of a turquoisey color without the gray. A little bit of yellow though is sometimes nice. Yes. So the color we're working with, oh, it's not very visible. A little more blue, a little more yellow. Yeah, I think so. I can always make the cloud a little bit brighter. I just want to come in and add that. I'm still leaving little traces of the red background showing through. Now, as I go up, however, I want to darken that color. It still looks a little funky, like it's not quite, I don't want it to be too green, but it's got like a little bit of, yeah, that color in there. And as that comes up here, this is why I wanted to paint this so badly. I love filling in the sky, just watching the realism happen, man. It's very exciting. Then it's going to get more blue as we come up this way. What I may notice, which I've noticed before with a warm background, putting these light colors on top, is when I start to do more layers. As it comes up this way. Ooh, and as I keep rubbing, it kind of takes off a layer. Not good, not good. Again, it might take more layers, so it's okay. It's okay, Mary, it's okay. Might be getting a little too dark too fast. And I need a little ultramarine in there too, I think. Because the blue gets a little bit cooler, more purpley as it goes up. Now I have to remember that the color that I'm using, it gets repeated. Like I need to pretend like the sky is going all the way up across everything, which is always tricky because it means I need to paint in spaces. And these spaces farther away want to be a little bit blurrier. So I'm kind of letting it rub over the edges of the dark a little bit more. And that's okay. I want it to kind of blend. I want those trees to kind of disappear. Ooh, maybe a little much. Into the atmosphere in the background. Kind of went over my cloud there accidentally. But then like this color pops up in quite a few spots. Especially over in here. I can kind of get away with putting it anywhere and it's going to look kind of cool. Again, it's just like openings in the trees, kind of just painting in the negative space that I already have of the red, which I left intentionally, knowing there would be sky showing through. You know, and that comes up into here. Okay. Let's continue that color off to this side. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel painting because I was definitely really tired today when I got home. So I was like, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be enthusiastic for you guys tonight or not by doing this. But it's actually rejuvenated me. I feel better. You just know those days where you just feel tired and you're not really sure why. It's kind of what happened to me. I was like, I feel exhausted. I didn't really do much. Okay, let's bring that up. Did I squeeze this out yet? No. Ultramarine blue. A little bit of that going down. As it gets more, I always have a little trouble with sky color because it's not as easy as you'd think to kind of know to see the difference. I don't know why I have trouble with that, but and it's like a little bit of combination of both blues together sometimes, in my opinion. All right, so we're gonna come up here. We're gonna continue this up into the sky. I don't know if you can see that difference in color on the camera as well, but I like having subtle changes in blues and all this stuff, so. Yes, Audrey, that's so true. Creativity is definitely like that. Like you're not sure if it's going to be relaxing or stressful. I totally agree with you. It is so true. And I was like really looking forward to painting this like all week. I'm like, I can't wait to paint this. I just never got around to starting it. So I was like, well, live stream, I'll get to paint it. But then I was just like so tired, but I still had this like excitement to start it at the same time. And I was like fighting the feeling of like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do this right now, but hey, I'm on a streak, right? I have to do it every week. Paint live every week. Okay, we're gonna go more blue. Spaces tend to be a little bit darker in appearance than the actual sky behind it. I learned that somewhere because there's something about like the things around a space of sky that's showing through, like your eye fuzzes it out a little bit and makes the color actually darker looking than the actual sky. So making spaces darker, something I was taught to do. So I try to remember to do that. I don't think I did it great over here. Anyway, so here we are going in to make them a little bit darker. All right, this gets a little more blue as it goes up this direction. And I get a little bit more in there's a cloud that is coming down. This is blue. There's a cloud that's coming down like in here. I think this should be blue. And so I want to figure out where the edge of that is, because then I can start putting that in. It's a little funky down in here. I'm not really sure what's happening. I need to make the white a little bit whiter. But let's just make sure that I've got the sky where I want it right now. You know, something like that maybe. My paint's getting really tacky. These lights just really dry out my paint. Oh, too much blue. There we go. I'll find that I need to put more spaces of blue, but because I'm running out of blue and running out of time, I'm going to just put in the major spots here. And I can always come back and do stuff between trees. Okay, now for this cloud, I want to put a little more white down. Did I get it on my pants? No, we're good. We're good. Yes, Audrey, live streaming definitely does that for me too. It's really great accountability. Okay, I might just do the bottom, let's see, bottom half of this, and then I'll probably call it a night because my tiredness is catching up to me again. So I've got tea here. It's going to be a little bluish because my brush is kind of bluish, but I think that's okay because I want it to kind of blend a little better. Can always, and actually light blue might be better for the first step. Oh, it's reminding me of my clouds that I was painting this summer. I did a lot of cloud paintings. Clouds are fun because they're pretty forgiving, I think. Super fun to paint. Yeah, kind of bluish, but you know, I'm just gonna put it in there, kind of soften edges a little more. Good, I got a good edge to that cloud. And it peeks over in here a little bit. Oops. Yes, tea. I have to paint with tea. Okay, I think I've got a good start I'm pretty happy with. Well, I have this little bit of white left. Come back down into here. Try to brighten up that cloud that's like being hit by light or something in the distance. It's a little weird, so I'll just decide if I keep it like that or what. But, put it in there for now. And this cloud will be whiter later, but for now it's kind of a nice, just wispy cloud for the moment. But I'm really happy with where it's at, so I'm going to call it a night. I'll zoom up so you guys can see what we got so far. Let me unhook you. You can kind of try not to make you sick there, but you can kind of see what we've got. Whoa, sorry. Lighting is bad. So them clouds in the distance. Red is pretty red, but in the end, you're only going to see a little bit of the red showing. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. I don't know if this angle gives it a different view. But kind of fun. I had a lot of fun as always, guys. So, oops. Don't want to like drop you. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting and interacting. I love it. And reminder that next week is my 52nd live stream. So the live stream that marks a whole year of doing live streams every week. So I'm going to be celebrating again with some giveaways. So tune in. It's November 6th. I think I'm going to do 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I think I have the live stream already scheduled. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, which is what you're watching this on, subscribe so that you get notified of the live stream before it happens and after it happens too, I think. And yeah, it'll be fun to celebrate in that way. So hopefully we can get a lot of viewers and just get a lot of interaction, and hopefully you guys can go away with some free stuff. So I'm going to call it a day. So thanks, Audrey. I'm really happy with it so far. So it's on the right track. Glad I got to paint on it. Got the itch out. So, yep. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Stay positive and happy and healthy.